It is game number 3 of the Owning Division semifinals for Galorants Community League, powered by Elgato. We are now at bind, and a spot on the finals is on the line here. I am Sajidine, joined by Dr. Delta. Shut up.
Yeah, we are on everyone's favorite map, Bind, for such a high stakes map of the Owning League. I mean, these are the top teams of the Owning League. Both teams essentially performed not just the best, but they dominated their opponents in their group. And so we're watching the best of this league compete for a spot in the finals.
Yes, we already see a very quick lock-in from the side of sofT. Here, they are again putting Iris on that Viper, Reanimals on her Reyna, but Jay this time around still on the flashes, but she's going to be back on the Sky. It's Sami opting to go back onto a Sentinel, but this time around it's going to be that Killjoy. Meanwhile, 2D taking their time to select their agents. We're seeing a bit of some changes here. Corpse still on that Brim. Sad Pomelo now picking up the Phoenix. Katarina again on her Raze, which I believe we definitely saw, I know, on a first map, possibly as well on the last map.
Right. Yeah, give me a Corpse back on the Brim, like you said, which is strange because that's a Cypher line, but you know, we'll take it. And I have noticed that some people who just love Brim, they just stay on the Brim and they just master those lineups and they become a Brim main at heart. So it's good to see her back on that agent.
For sure. And I mean, I'm also like very excited just to kind of see. I like the lineup for both teams. We're looking at very strong utility or picks from both sides. So, but seems that A might be the battleground of choice to start. At least a lot of utilities being thrown out, smokes and flashes already coming through, hot hands as well expended to try and slow whatever play is happening here. It does not look like sofT wanna fall back just yet. They are paying that spike in showers. Junji, oh my god! Boombot shuts that down, but Itsumi cleans up the trade. It's a 3v4 on site, and they will get that spike down.
One enemy remaining.
I took a breath, and bodies are dropping. It's now all up to Shuvi on her own, up in heaven, trying to see if they can make something happen here.
Target destroyed.
Not enough. Reanimals closes things out. First point goes up to Team sofT.
Yeah, Team sofT opting to go towards. We saw the ace site, and while they were a bit slow, they had an aggressive push out for the comps you mentioned earlier. So there is one thing I did notice. So Team sofT doesn't have a traditional smoker. So I know Omen used to be the favorite and kind of balanced between Brimstone, but interesting to see how they will play this map without that traditional smoker, at least.
That's true. And the best bet that they have is Iris on the Viper. They don't even have a jet. That is pretty crazy. Yep. Looks like it's the opposite side. Let's opposite day over here try to pick on the fences and defenses over at B and see how strong it is.
Oh, it's quite strong.
Oh, it is quite strong. That is a lot of utility you're gonna have to dive into. And just like that, Sad Pomelo and Shuvi already picking themselves up too. But it's Sami.
One enemy remaining.
Very strong round for her, but it is Shuvi on the other Killjoy. Grabs herself a triple. Suddenly, it's Sami on her own. It's a 1v1. Oh.
Out of chat. Recalling my bot.
She's gonna rotate all the way to the other side. But Shuvi, very prime position just to teleport herself over. I don't even think she needs to push onto site. She's just gonna go ride that through. Yep, there she goes.
Placing swarm grenade.
Yeah, she has plenty of time, but the only issue is all of that utility that has now been placed on the spike. Gonna be a difficult battle to get on.
Yep. She does spot where Sumi is. Taps that spike. Forces that out. Does a lot of damage. She's down to half health. And Turret will spot her as well. Oh my god, but Shuvi.
Wow.
That's a dance diffuse for sure as she clutches the round, ties it up. Oh my.
I mean, but that was an entertaining last battle. A battle of the Killjoys, battle of the turrets, no less, and of all of the utility involved. So that was quite an entertaining last match. But Shuvi managing to clutch that last round out. This time, with that win, they will be able to force up to, or buy up to some rifles, keeping some Spectres as well, and full sending towards the B site, but to come across a boombot.
Yep, that is a heavy push onto the B site right here for Team sofT. So much utilities flying out on all sides, but they're going to have to, they will just push through all of that Killjoy utility, but Shuvi again. Opening pick for her. Katarina answers and picks one up for herself. It's 3v5.
Okay.
Make that a double. Don't get caught with your nade out. It don't matter. She's a triple killer. And a flawless round for Team 2D.
Yeah, that looked effortless and flawless from Team 2D. You see the strength clearly of Killjoy on this map and making it so difficult to enter onto site. And even when they do, their aggressive push just becomes that much disjointed because they're all jumping around trying to figure out a way across all of the nano swarms, trying to avoid an alarm bot. It just becomes a crazy mess.
Yeah, it feels pretty rough. I mean, they do have a raise to try and kind of pop some of those utility, but it's just hard. You know, you have to kind of make your way through sight. Sad Pomelo drops her hot hands, trying to slow whatever attempt here, but its corpse finds the opening kill. Reanimals. That's a big kill for her. That's Killjoy utility dead on B site, and that's going to force a little bit of a spread out here for Team 2D.
Yeah, Team 2D is choosing to rotate back on the B site with that utility down, but leaving Give Me a Corpse to fend for herself on the A site. Or it looks like they're going to plant.
She heard that little bit of footstep shuffle here. So she's gonna spray a little bit, but Jay is the one that connects, and they are going to claim A site right here for Team sofT.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, big kills and Spike now coming down. It's all up to Katarina. She's on the flank. That is so much utility she's gonna have to walk through as well. As she turns the corner, will fall. That's a tie game for now. sofT takes that round.
I have a feeling this is gonna be a long one. match. we are at a tied game again. I mean, that wasn't to be too unexpected for Team 2D. They didn't fully buy up. They kind of, because that previous round was flawless, they kept it to be a bonus round. So their economy is still in a fairly good place, even with that loss.
Yep. That Tasmanian Tiger Devil that is Jay is clearing up Hookah. Rest of her team making their way over from Fountain. But again, this is another attempt they're going to do. Versus the Killjoy utility.
So the bird didn't catch anyone, but that was essentially a warning alarm saying we need to activate Killjoy and all that utility.
Yeah. Oh, Reanimals over in Octagon grabs herself one. Junji in a battle, keeping the team busy here. Will trade herself out. It's a 4v4, but Spike already took that teleporter ride, and Corpse slowing things down in showers with her Molly. Flash, alarm bot, Pomelo. That is a triple kill for her. She'll run it back, and Iris sitting in her Viper's pit, trying to see if she can make something happen. Oh my god, it didn't even spot her. She falls back, she sprays. Could have been good, but she falls. And 2D claims the round.
Yeah, that was a valiant attempt from Team sofT, and they have been attempting to make good use of the teleporters on this map, and it's important to be able to integrate that in your strategy to keep the opposing team on their toes. So they have been using it, but unfortunately when they push on the site, it just seems like Team 2D is ready for them.
That is for sure. I mean, you're dealing with split utility holds right now. Junji tries to clear the back of site. She'll drop her Boombot, who scouts it out, but again, slowed down by all that smoke, by the Killjoy Molly. Seekers are coming out, trying to spot where the rest of Team 2D is.
Oh.
Both raises, throwing showstoppers, grazing each other. More damage actually done on the side of Katarina. And Shuvi will claim Junji to her name with that Molly. Lockdown now in play. All of this utility coming out, but it is a frag fest here. Both lockdowns going off, and Reanimal, she's going to be to detain. She'll take her own detainment probably. What is happening?
What is happening is...
And eventually she'll fall. This is a round for 2D. I can't.
Yeah. That was a round indeed. Just definition of chaos and confusion for that last round. I mean, we saw at the beginning dueling showstoppers come out. Only one was successful, but then at the end we saw dueling lockdowns with both teams detaining people. But yeah, in the end, that round going to Team 2D. So, wow.
Exactly. I mean, I'm just wondering if, on the side of Reanimals, if she did not realize that that was also an enemy lockdown in play. I'm not even sure. She had to reload. Yeah. She was on Empress. She was on fire. But this is such a heavy utility game. We're seeing Sad Pomelo dropping her hot hands, gets the headshot on Hitsumi. They are more than aware that Spike was there, but they won't have any control. They're gonna fall back on the side of sofT. The Corpse grabs one for herself. Suddenly looking very much in favor for Team 2D here.
So Team sofT opting to fall back, probably ending towards the B site, but 2D already has the read on that. And again, 2D on lockdown by sofT.
Yeah. They've just spread themselves back with Corpse kind of playing, middle ground here, trying to see which side she should be rotating to.
Left.
Utilities are dropping, and Iris, those headshots are connecting. She grabs herself a double, but Orbital Strike in play slows down that spike plant. And Rika on site, ready to clean things up. Double headshot for her too. Reanimals on the backside will get slowed down. She'll pick up that kill, but no time to plant the spike. She just needs a kill. She's gonna reload, not see Sad Pomelo in the corner. That's another round for Team 2D.
So close. But yeah, Sad Pomelo has just been able to get such vital picks in this map, making it difficult for sofT to get positioning. And with that, pushing sofT on a half buy, we only see a few pistols coming out, the good old Frenzy, and some SMGs. So with that, they will probably do a bit of an aggressive push onto the B site.
These soft or light buys. Ooh, as well, sitting on top of that pain shells, tagging a little bit there. A lot of cheap chip damage, but they have a Sky. She'll heal her team up while she remains a little bit tickled sad. Oh. My god, through the smoke, Rika finds the head of Reanimal. sofT grabs herself too. And again, this push onto B feels so hard with a delay from all of that utility. From that Killjoy. Triple kill on Rika. They will take this round fast 2D.
Yeah, sofT and Rika, man. They've been keeping these sites on lockdown. So we've been mentioning the utility, but sofT's essentially at the moment top fragging. So not only being able to defend the site with utility, but just be able to hit all these amazing headshots and doing great work for her team.
Yeah, she's got that side on lock. So when you're sofT, what do? Your only other option right now would be A, but you're dealing with that wall. They'll take that orb, try to spam through all of it. Rika takes a little bit of damage. She's gonna fall back, but it's the same storyline so far that we've seen. All four of 2D already making their way over. Rika finds herself one before being traded out. And it's a 4v4, but they're still not in sight.
Welcome to my world.
Viper's Pit now being used, but Corpse, she's going to drop that Molly on site, hoping to see if she can delay something here. Spike finally being planted, but bodies are dropping on the side of sofT. It's looking very hard for them. Junji will find herself one, will eventually get pushed. Triple kill on Sad Pomelo.
sofT, the only advantage they had that last round was the Viper's Pit, but 2D was able to get a pick off of Iris, and essentially all of the smoke, all of the poison just came down, and leaving sofT just out in the open, able to finish, or 2D able to finish them off. And 2D, this defense that they have is just so impressive. sofT holding B site to herself, keeping more members on the A site, and sofT just making it or having such difficulty getting onto the site with that defense.
Mm-hmm. Gonna run it back on Sad Pomelo. I love Phoenix on this map. You can just take that through. She'll scout a couple. Reanimals, though, will get a kill. So there's a bit of an advantage here for sofT.
I've got your trail.
Seekers are going to come out as the rest of sofT trying to push their way onto site. Reanimals grabs herself another kill. They will use this to open up the site, and she'll also get a little bit of a rifle upgrade here.
So sofT in a great position, finally up by 2, and also have a lockdown available if they need to use it.
Rika does have res, but not really any safe spot to bring a teammate back unless you just want to use that as a bait. Having to even walk through the Viper wall has to feel bad, but bodies dropping up in lamps. And suddenly she's on her lonesome, finds the flank, has to turn around. They have her pinchered. Flawless round right here for sofTs. Very big round for them.
Yes, very big round. They have to be able to win some of these rounds so that 2D doesn't have the momentum they need going into the end of this half. And we see the strength of the Viper pick on the side of sofT. I mentioned earlier that they didn't have a smoker, but Viper has been doing a relatively good job with blocking off certain sites and the Viper wall, just making it so difficult for the other team to be able to enter. And this round, we have sofT changing things up. sofT choosing to defend the A site, but 2D.
Katarina tries to pick. They find her, take her out. Look at this boost from Rika. I wonder if they will be expecting this. And that's a 5-woman teleport onto the other side. But like you said, sofT's right here. And she's been the scary one to deal with.
Turret destroyed.
She's hurting with all of that Viper stuff. But suddenly, numbers already in the favor.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Jay. Manages to live just for a little bit longer. Will finally fall. That's 8 rounds now for
Last
Team
round
2D.
before the switch.
Okay, so as we approach this half, things are looking a little bit different than what we've seen in the prior 2 maps. 2D having a bit more of a lead. They've been doing just such a great job with this defense. So sofT, if they want to have a bit more of a lead for the next half, they will have to be a bit more aggressive on this push.
But I think now they're having a little bit of a struggle trying to figure out which site is sofT not playing in. Corpse will drop a few of those smokes. Empress now online. Hot hands as well being used to try and slow any attempt of a push here. And this is going to force sofT to slow things down just a little bit. Reanimals on her Empress, not even finding anybody. She's more than aware that B side is clear.
Oh?
Here's a rotation. We'll find it. Big pick for her, managing to keep her Empress still going. Now she's on the flank, getting pinged out.
Like you said, that was a very big pick, and having her on the lurk is definitely helped take attention away from the A site.
Yeah, there's a lot of pings going out for B, and it's still I mean, 2D, not really sure where the commitment is happening here. I mean, B is wide open, so that's where Spike is going. And Reanimals, she actually managed to get another kill, keeping her Empress still rolling.
You should run.
Lockdown as well in play to slow any attempt. Oh, Iris!
Oh.
She was on the lurk. Finds herself one. Pomelo will shut that down. But Spike is taking away. She still has to push through for this 1v3. Dodges that first flash, but Turret will spot her on the backside. They're definitely playing on this crossfire as well as on all of this utility. Jay will lock it down. And it's a big round for softies right here.
Switching sides.
Yeah, softy had to shut down the momentum that 2D had. Like I was saying, the round differential that we saw from Icebox, from Ascent, it's not the same. 2D has a bit of a leg up for this map. But softy, even though it was the last round of the half, they did a great job adapting and did what they needed to do. They had so much noise on A, trying to keep Shuvi on her toes and making sure that the rotates didn't come out, having a free B site, and finally able to get a round down. So we are going into the next part, or the next half, at 8-4. A little bit of a delay as well because we are at a attack pause. But hopefully softy is able to win the pistol so that they can shut down again the momentum that 2D has had.
Exactly. Time is up on that pause, and it looks like we should be kind of, I mean, it's gonna be a little bit of a reset here. Wait, what? Hold on. Sorry, I'm a little bit distracted by the chat right now.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Oh my god. I can't. Anyway, back to the game. Yeah, it's you know, when you're a caster also doubling up as an admin, it gets a little bit confusing, but it's all good. A site is the site of play right now. Smokes, utilities again coming down. Spike taking away Reanimals on the flank. She'll run into corpse. Shooting each other down. Oh, she really wants that kill to get a heal. But it's Sami and Junji grab themselves respectively. Oh my goodness, it's a 2v2. Everybody with little to no health to their name here. It really could be anybody's round still. Shuvi finds herself one.
One enemy remaining.
It's Sami, make that a triple, but sad Pomelo. Just a nice little classic flick to the face. Will claim that round.
And I think that was a bit of a miss hit from Shuvi because intending to send the Nano Swarm into Lamps, trying to get sad Pomelo, it didn't unfortunately get there. So that last round being clutched by sad Pomelo. And we have seen both her and the Nanoswarm have such tremendous impact. These mollies have been getting into just the right corners to be able to clear out spaces and just make enough space for them to be able to enter site and have that great map control.
B is the site. It's the same as the first half. Play one site, test out the other next round, and they do. Sad Pomelo grabs herself one. It's Sami, utility, doing some work. It's a 3v3 right here as that Spike trying to go down, but running into the rest of sofT. Now Spike.
One enemy remaining.
Iris
Last player
grabs
standing.
herself one. It's a 1v1. She'll jump up, tries to right click, but Rika finishes it off, secures another round for 2D. It's getting a little bit hairy.
Yeah, just a little hairy for Team sofT. We do have the Sage just having tremendous impact and locking the site down, making it difficult for the defenders to be able to do a proper retake. And we also have kind of the same thing we saw last half, like you said, the Killjoy locking down the B site.
Tasmanian Tiger prowling on short, as well as the Skybirds giving that information away that there are bodies present outside. But sofT, they are going to anchor the Killjoy onto B site. Rest of the team will play A. So there's going to be a little bit of hesitation here for Team 2D as far as where they want to play this.
Yeah, they're trying to get the feel for what's going on in showers. Didn't really spot anyone. So able to have that information, but still not quite sure what they're about to see at the B site.
Are we going to see a repeat of the flip side here? They are already running themselves through onto B. Oh, Katarina with no health. Pain Shell finalizing that damage on her. Spike
30 seconds left.
still not down, but lockdown is. And that's going to push Team 2D way back. Probably, yeah, they're going to take a teleport ride and try to make their way onto a site. It's down to 2 versus all 5 of sofT.
And only 10 seconds left.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, Jay managed to get that delay. Very big round here for sofT. Much needed for them. Claiming that.
Oh, definitely. Very big round for them to stay in it. And 2D, though, has been just doing a great job with their approach onto the site. We saw something a little different than what was happening in the last half. They've been a little bit hesitant in terms of how they approach because they're trying to clear out the Killjoy utility and then approach onto the site. So hopefully trying that will help them continue this lead.
Like, there's a little bit of utility bait. It's the same play that we saw work out for them last time. Killjoy anchoring B site, rest of sofT just hanging around A. We're seeing a little bit of a back and forth here from Junji, which is nice, but the first pick from the brave Rika, even with the spike, she's just gonna push herself through, wall herself up, get that spike down. Picks herself up a rifle as well. It's 4v4. Utilities from both sides, trying to see if they can make something happen. sofT. In a decent enough position to hold that spike. It's still a 3v3 as they're pinging things over. Rika, she's here. Had that utility out. It's a me. We'll close it down. Seeker's coming. They're tapping on that spike. Again, another round going towards sofT. Very big round.
Oh, it's such a big round. And trying to close that gap as best as possible. And I believe sofT has the power to do it. So, well, I believe this is going to be a very close game. sofT now has the Raze ultimate as well as Ranimal's with the Empress available. And we've seen Ranimals just be able to have such a powerful lurking role. And 2D has been, or has needed to keep their eyes on the flank because they know she could be waiting in the back for a flank.
Yeah. And look at the way sofT, they changed things up here. I like this little bit of reset. They're playing a little bit more aggressive in the showers, and we're seeing both the B players pushed up, going to play with that Killjoy utility. Smokes and walls coming down on the side of 2D as they push their way onto site. It's Hami connects with her utilities here, but Rika brings that back. So it's going to be a 5v4 on the retake. Lockdown in play as well, and run it back, trying to see if they can make something happen. But 2D, they have site control, clearing things out with that lockdown. Iris grabs herself on Junji, picks herself up another. It's a 3v3, but that spike is taken. Rika, double kill for her. 2v2 here. They need to hit that spike though. It's gonna be hard. Katarina and Shuvi locks it in. 11 points for Team 2D.
Wow, yeah, 2D had such great positioning for defending that spike, and not just that, they were 5 women up in terms of being able to have that defensive position. So it's not too surprising that it was difficult for sofT to be able to overcome that round, and with that loss, forcing Team sofT on a frazzled bye.
Both sides having a bit of a frazzled bye. This is just kind of like both of them forcing to see who kind of wins out. The commitment is here. Flash from Sad Pomelo opening up that round. Oh, a little bit of a spray. Try and kill that boom bot, but Spike now in play, taken away. Rest of sofT making their way over. Every single one of them though coming from CT's side. Showstopper looking to connect, does not, destroys the wall instead.
Oops.
It's still a 5v5. Can we like Reanimals finds the first kill. Post plan. Iris grabs herself another. Corpse. Oh my god! What? That is a sheriff. Somebody clip that for her. Crazy match point.
Wow. Oh my. I was about to say, how come she was on a sheriff? I think she had enough money to force up with her team, but it looks like the sheriff works for her just fine, and she was able to help 2D make it to match point, and they are in such an advantage this round with not just weapons, but they have that Brimstone ult available, and it's gonna be difficult, but we've seen sofT be able to pick things up. They're facing all of that Killjoy utility, but they have been clearing the utility out quite well.
That they have, and already presence is made known on B side. Empress is used on the side of sofT as they try to make sure that B side stays contained. 2D going to fall back. I kind of like this. Do you kind of wait out the Empress?
Yeah, they know Ranimals is quite deadly with it, so not even willing to risk it so that they can try to win this map and the series.
Yeah, and it seems that battle site chosen A it is. They will put up the wall. Spike goes down. Sad Pomelo, she has to heal after getting that pick, but it's still numbers in favor for 2D, and they're looking for the win here. sofT trying to stay alive, pushing through as a team, but Katarina finds it's Sami. That's big. Now they'll have Viper's Pit as well in play to try and see if they can make something happen here. They've done it before. Can they do it again? Jay finds one. Iris with another. She has to tap that spike, but Orbital Strike is going to try and secure this round. And there it is. It's a GG. 13-0. 2D claim the series. Wow. I'm out of words. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Yes, what a way to end the semifinals. Wow, I can't believe that happened. So many clutch rounds, so many impressive frags. That was a valiant attempt from both teams, but ultimately, wow. Yeah, no, I'm just speechless. I just can't believe how that ended.
No, I mean, I don't blame you, but with that is our final series of the night, but we are not done for the week, though. We're only done for the night, so don't you all fret. We do have, let's see here, what are our notes? We have the semifinals of the owning division. It's actually, it's going to be 2D versus, sorry, not the semifinals, the finals tomorrow.
Yep.
The finals tomorrow, 5 p.m. PST. It's going to be Knives Out versus Team 2D, who you just saw tonight. So that's going to be 5 p.m. tomorrow, this Saturday. Starting at 1 p.m. PST, we have the Open Division playoffs, and immediately following that will be the Learning Division playoff. Oh, no, sorry. The Open Division playoffs are tomorrow, 1 p.m. Okay. And then the Learning Division playoffs will be on Sunday at 1 p.m. PST. And if that's still not enough amazing Valorant for you on Sunday, our in-houses... It's not enough. Our in-houses are also happening. I believe that follows whatever time the Learning Division playoffs are going to be. So, not 100% sure on the time. All I know is it's going to be immediately-ish after that. We have our EU side as well, 5 p.m. CET. I want to say open playoffs follow the ones on Saturday, right? I don't know. My brain is tired. That was a long day.
There's
it's
just
amazing.
A lot of stuff going on.
There is just a lot.
Need to check the calendar for sure.
I know. And if that's not enough, we still have VCT Game Changers Academy coming at you next week, starting Friday. So there is just so much Valorant. You know how you can keep up with this? The best way to keep up with this, ! Socials. Follow our Twitter. Follow our Instagram. Be up to date with all of our events. And be sure that you are a part of our Discord where we announce all of these events. Sign up if you want to play and participate. ! Discord and chat. Huge shout out to Elgato for powering this event that we have for Galorants Community League! Elgato. Show them some love.